Welcome to day 3 of the Change Your Life Now series. Today we're going to talk about self-discipline. According to Oxford, self-discipline is the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses. The ability to pursue what one thinks is right despite temptations to abandon it. The American Psychological Association defines it as the control of one's impulses and desires, foregoing immediate satisfaction in favor of long-term goals. Or resolute adherence to a regimen or course of action to achieve one's goals. Emotional fulfillment is a byproduct of doing hard work that feels rewarding and that results in seeing tangible progress towards our goals. This may be why, as a collective, we are suffering from a fulfillment deficiency. When you have goals to achieve, a mark you're trying to reach, you're developing structure and meaning in life. You have a reason to get up in the morning. You have something positive to focus on, along with the hope that comes from daring to take action on your dreams. Passionate purpose. Get pissed off about just surviving. Get pissed off at mediocrity. Let that frustration fuel you for action. Invest in your growth, your knowledge, experience, and creation of new opportunities to become all of the potential you brought into this world on the day you were born. It's in there. It's up to you to feed it, nurture it, make it strong, and bring it to life. You can't half-ass want change and stay committed. Discipline is a result of hunger, a feral drive for better. Focus your energy in one area to see results. Discipline yourself to go all in on that one thing, and the momentum you create will produce results that help you sustain your motivation as you make progress towards your goal. Success isn't about waiting until everything is perfect. It's about taking action, even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is what drives you to keep going when motivation fades, and it separates wishful thinking from actual achievement. No matter what goal you have in mind, discipline turns effort into results. Motivation may get you started, but discipline is what keeps you going. Once you've made the commitment to your why and decided that despite any inconvenience or discomfort, you're going to achieve them, discipline is the foundation for long-term sustainable success. When you train your mind to embrace discomfort, knowing that each step is bringing you closer to your desired outcome, you accept the small setbacks as an opportunity to recalibrate and then start again. This creates resilience. Creating powerful habits that you discipline yourself to consistently follow through on, resulting in a success routine that will achieve the big results you desire. Great achievements are built on daily habits. Continuing to use these routines will help you get through the times where you would rather procrastinate, your perseverance is taking a siesta, and your motivation is on the side of a milk carton. Has anyone seen me? Setting a daily routine of little habits will be the key to your success. When you train yourself to do what's necessary, even when it's hard and you don't feel like it, you unlock your unlimited potential. According to social psychologist Ray Baumeister, there are 4 components of self-discipline. Standards. The rules or characteristics you value and hold yourself to. Motivation. The why behind your self-control. The reason you want to achieve the goals. Monitoring. Being aware of and tracking your behavior. And finally, willpower. This is the engine that drives your ability to control your behavior. I would argue that there's a 5th component to self-discipline, and that would be self-concept, or your belief about who you are and whether or not you see yourself as someone who can embody these traits. How do you view yourself? Those old beliefs that cause us to slip into self-sabotage, procrastination, self-doubt, and eventually cripple our ability to take that first step towards creating change may be the first and most critical aspect to address when it comes to creating the change we desire. Remember, beliefs are just thoughts we continue to think. Step 1 may just be replacing our limiting thoughts about ourselves and our ability to control our impulses and desires, forego immediate satisfaction, and sustain resolute adherence to a course of action to achieve our goals. If you have not consistently shown up for yourself in the past, this is the first thing your subconscious mind will throw in your face. Or, it could be someone in your environment reminding you of your track record with discipline when it came to previous goals you had set for yourself. Personal example, when I was 11 years old, I begged my dad to pay for an art course. I disgracefully begged, and I won. He paid for the course, and just as he had argued against it when I wanted to sign up, I didn't complete it. I'm now 49 years old, and anytime I mention something that I'm pursuing, my dad asks if I'm actually going to finish it or just quit like I did with the art course. Yes, it's been 38 years, and I am still being judged for the art course. Now, the side story to this is that I was also growing a babysitting business at the time. I had even paid for marketing. I gave out strawberry-scented pencils with my name, phone number, Red Cross CPR first aid certification, and would include a notepad with references from other clients to people in our neighborhood with youngsters. My babysitting business took off, and I chose making money over the art course. We have to be open for detours on our path to success. When one thing is working, we may have to shelve other things at least for a while. Regardless, whether it's internal, external, or both, we have to have responses ready to protect ourselves from the doubts, be they ours or someone else's. We talked about commitment and why it's so important to establish our why, a powerful why that we can revisit to fuel our drive and discipline. Write your why and post it in your car, on your fridge, your bathroom mirror. Use Post-it notes to stick your why everywhere you think it will help stick it into your brain. Tattoo it on the inside of your forearm. Whatever works for you to keep it at the forefront of your mind. If your why isn't strong enough, you won't have the powerful drive to sustain your motivation. When I wanted to become a police officer, I was a single mom, working for minimum wage. I had an infant who needed $20 a can formula. Mind you, this was back in 1996. Diapers, I was paying rent, utilities, car insurance, and a babysitter. I ate dry cornflakes and Corn King hot dogs to stay alive. I wanted better for myself and for my son. So, I joined the reserve unit of a local police department and volunteered my time to get training and road experience. In 9 months, I had 200 hours of volunteer time, along with my full-time job. And that dedication and sacrifice was the deciding factor in the department choosing me for the full-time officer position that came open. I got it. Well, then I had to go to the police academy. They had very strict physical agility guidelines, and you would not graduate if you couldn't meet the standards. As a matter of fact, they could send you home on day one if you weren't up to par. I knew that the push-ups would be a challenge, so I picked a doorway in my house every day and made a rule that every time I went through that doorway, I would do 10 push-ups. And I would pick the bathroom, the kitchen, somewhere that I knew I was going to have to pass through, just so I wouldn't cheat myself. In or out of the doorway, there was a 10 push-up toll to pay. On the first day of the academy, I did 10 more push-ups than the minimum required. On the final agility test, I did 20 more push-ups than required. Discipline in small increments pays huge dividends. I also had to train for the run, and most of you with small children know that it's no small task to try and find time for yourself. So, I would put my son in his stroller and run. As he got older, I adjusted. I got him a bike with training wheels and ran. Then took the training wheels off and ran faster. You follow me, right? Adapt and adjust. Just don't give up. Our dedication to improvement, our sustained discipline, will help us get creative about overcoming the perceived obstacles to where we are, to get us from where we are to where we want to be. What are your obstacles? Write each one down and then brainstorm ways you can get around them, under them, over them, whatever path you can find. Be creative. Look for other people who've been in your situation and see what they did. There is always a solution. If you really want to get inspired about discipline and determination, watch the movie The Pursuit of Happiness. That's commitment and discipline. Now, if you backslide for a while and fall off your routine, don't beat yourself up. Reflect on why you lost focus or momentum, then create a new plan that includes actions or habits to overcome the thing that derailed you. Use that backslide to create backup against letting that interference derail you again. The ultimate bottom line, most important thing, is to not give up. You can stop and start. You can run, walk, or crawl. As long as you don't quit, you'll get there. If you realize you're losing motivation, take a pause and look around you. Are you satisfied with where you're at? If not, then adjust your strategy. Sometimes we have just set unrealistic goals and have to scale back for sustainability. Remember that it's the small daily habits and actions that will get you there. When we move slowly and steadily towards a goal, we are cementing these habits and actions into our subconscious. When we master those habits, we upscale our ability to handle more. All of these little things are the foundation for you to sustain the big thing. By the time you reach your goal, you will be the person required to maintain this new level of skill, responsibility, and the actions necessary to keep it going. Celebrate your becoming. Celebrate the small wins and reward yourself. Set smaller goals and milestones within your big goal and give yourself extra incentives when you reach them. For example, when I reach X amount in my savings, I'll buy myself fill in the blank. Now, you don't want to ruin your progress, so make it something simple like a dinner out or a new pair of shoes. Or when I've lost X amount of weight, I'll buy the new workout gear I've been really wanting. Figure out what pace works best for you, what rewards keep you incentivized, and revise your plan as needed to make it sustainable. Don't pass up something lucrative, the babysitting business, to keep training, art course, just because that was your original plan. Take the opportunities as they present themselves. Get up every day with the mindset that you are worth the sacrifice and damn sure worth the effort it takes to live your best life. You've got this. Author Stephen Covey once wrote, "The key is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities." Make sure that you are a priority in your life. So, I hope this helps. Thank you so much for joining me today. And tomorrow we're going to look at consistency and intentional action. I will talk to you soon.